Well, hello everyone. We are live here for something new. First show of this year. We're doing a Wicked Wood preview of the third season that we had a professional team here as Wicked Wood for the upcoming ACL Slovenia Open. And yeah, who else to bring on the podcast than the captain, Mr. EJ
Hey,
from Dran. Hey, how have you been, man?
hey, what's going on, Son? Been doing well. Just it's been a long. I feel like it's been forever since we saw each other, but just honestly a few months ago. But I'm excited to get back into it, starting with the Slovenia Open.
Yeah, I was just putting this up and I saw that I did not really have an intro music yet. So you promised me you would sing a song as the intro music, right? I was expecting something, but didn't happen.
My bad, my
What,
bad.
what
I
is
think
what is
my
your
the only
favorite?
song.
What's your favorite karaoke song?
Oh man, probably some boy band back from the '90s that me and a few friends would sing, to get a few laughs. I don't know. Maybe some Bye 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 or something.
Oh yeah, and sync.
How about yourself?
I think that's a good one. I've always been a huge Destiny's Child fan for
Oh, there
karaoke.
you go. Yeah.
Waterfalls, one of my favorites.
Okay.
Um, Natalie and Bruglia, Unwritten, great one
Okay.
for.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a good one. Nice. Nice. Some good choices there.
Yeah. We have to find a
I
karaoke,
could
but
definitely see you singing some Bootylicious from Destiny's Child.
who would be the best karaoke singer on the ACL Europe tour? Would you say?
Oh man, probably probably some of those Croatians, they're always down for music and accordions. I would imagine one of them's got to
Yeah,
be a really good singer and they're just hiding out.
yeah, for sure. Maybe on the next ACL Europe Open, we should bring in a karaoke
Yeah.
booth or something like that, right?
If there was one person I would ask to not sing, it would probably be KT.
There are a lot of people I would rather not sing.
Oh, for sure.
All right. So what we're gonna do, we'll do a short and sweet preview of this upcoming weekend. It's the unofficial start of the ACL Europe season, at least the first open event, the first big event of the season, going down in Slovenia. But at the same time, we also have another big event for Wicked Wood coming up this weekend in the Netherlands, where we are hosting a tournament and some courts at the Western Experience trade show. So more about that later. But let's focus first on the ACL Slovenia Open. EJ, I was looking up some pictures from last year. We see the winners here from a year ago. A big event it was last year in
Mhm.
Slovenia. And yeah, we have to say it was the Roman Elsner show last year.
I would agree. Just looking at some of that photo montage, it's interesting. Like that was definitely a catalyst for the season. Every person I'm seeing in these pictures was nearly most of them, especially, became pros or
Yeah,
maintained pro status. But yeah, I'll give my boy Roman some credit. He started off the season with a bang, and he definitely defended his home turf. And we'll
yeah.
see if he repeats that. But he'll have some challengers as always. So. I'm counting against him.
And I think, of course, Roman and Goran, they will be back for doubles on Sunday. But nowadays, they're not the only Slovenian team that can do some damage, huh?
No, not at all. I mean, you've got Yaka Labar. I think he's teaming up. He might be with Gavin, I believe. We've got David Ramos. We've got Doman and
Yeah,
Bronco. I'm
yeah,
not sure if they're teaming up, but neither, both of them are just exceptional players. And then not to mention, that you practice with those group of folks for a few weeks, and you're either going to do one of two things. You're going to get better, you're going to quit. And
yeah.
so Blas, Rudolph, those sort of folks, it'll be interesting to see how their skills heighten just having months to just play with just those individuals. So Slovenia will
Yeah,
definitely will come ready to play.
yeah. I also saw at singles, it was Alen Jakus, his breakout tournament, probably. He became
Hmm.
second last year. He didn't show that like full for the full season last year, but end of season last year was really strong. He made also a huge
Hmm.
performance at the European Championships in November. So he maybe you want to watch as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, Alan Yakus, he's a formidable appointment on those boards, man. I mean, he can make any shot, and he's got perhaps the best confidence I tend to see, and I think that really helps him just keep focus and translate his game to the next level. So we'll see what he does this year, but I anticipate it'll be continued, top status.
Yeah. How does it work for you as a top player? But I mean, this is also the same thing for others. You have a couple of months that you have some time off. You maybe train a little bit less, or you train a little bit more. How do you get out of that off-season slump and go right back into your rhythm? What's the trick there?
It's tough because, really, I think a few factors are, what are you using the off season for, right? Are you trying to just ensure consistency? Are you learning something new? If you're learning something new, your game might take it to the next level, but that's not a gradual climb. You're going to see a little bit of a dip as you're learning something new. And we saw that last year as people tried to kind of create more of a roll bag in Europe.
Yeah,
Some people's status actually kind of took a little bit of a dip. So now we'll see if it goes back up now that they've gotten better at that kind of shot. Um,
yeah,
I think uh, also another thing that plays a role is you don't have momentum. As you go through the season, getting those wins really helps translate and provide more wins. But that beginning of the season is all kind of fresh, so we'll
yeah.
see how that helps. But it took me a little bit to get going last year, admittedly. But once I did, it really that I just kind of rode that momentum through the rest of the year. So hopefully I can get off to a better start this coming year.
Looking at the Wicked Wood team, you of course spoke to the team, and I'm sure they all have their expectations. What are your expectations for the team if we run through the names here? Of course, well let's start with you. I saw in your notes you one of the key things you want to do is do better in doubles.
Absolutely. And, I looked at my stats split last year, and admittedly, I threw half a PPR less in doubles than I did in singles. Now, that doesn't sound like much, but when you're going up against top tier players, that's a big deal. And I need to quit that. I need to stop doing that. I would rather have it be the other way, honestly. I don't want to let my teammate down. But
Yeah,
admittedly and unfortunately, I did that a few times last year. So apologize, Goonie, on that. There were definitely some games or some shots I like to have back, and hopefully I can just have that consistency across both singles and doubles. Sliding into Goonie, I just already mentioned him, but last year I think you would agree it was a little bit more of a down year for him. He was trying out a few things. He was trying to flatten his bag a lot more, and
yeah.
so look for him to get back on in that top 10 status as well. I know he ended the season on a tough little spout there, but he's played great in the offseason. I have had the chance to practice with him, so I think he'll be right back where he's supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Looking at the flashy new signings for the Wickedwood team, Eva Steinbach became a
Yeah.
pro for the first season this year. What do you think? Does she have what it takes to take another step? Maybe challenge the top 10.
You know, I know she does. She does. She's a great player. I think the thing that you have to get used to is to some degree, it's easier playing as the underdog. It's easier when there's no expectations out of you. But the moment now that people expect something, you got to learn to play at a higher level. And you feel a little bit of that pressure, to be honest with you. You're going to see that from some of our newer pros earlier in the year. I guarantee it, where that pressure is a little bit to get used to.
Yeah,
Especially when you start wearing those shirts. So I know we're going to have them at Latvia, but people know who's pros. And I guarantee you, I kid you not, Ton, there's so many players I play and I see their stats 8 PPR, 7.5, and then they play me
yeah,
and they're 9.5, 10. And I'm like, who
yeah,
is
yeah.
this? Who is this person? And that's the sort of games that you can expect when you're a pro. You're going to get
Yeah,
people coming at you with their best shot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So a big test for her then right away, to really
I think
show
she'll
off.
eventually she'll figure it out, but it'll be
Yeah,
tough. And so she just got to
yeah.
get through those nerves, but I believe in her.
Another team that I'm excited about, Bruno Bakker and Robert Wendler. They are playing doubles together in Slovenia. Two Dutch pros. Bruno with an amazing season last year, making it straight into the pro team, and then Robert grabbing that last spot at the qualifier. Um, I also think they are a dangerous team to maybe break into that top three for doubles.
I agree. I agree. And those are some of your homeland heroes right there. So feel free to tout them up as well, Tom. But they're a very dangerous team. And you saw that in the Europe Open. They ended in fourth or fifth place in doubles, and that was against
Yeah,
US, the best competition in Europe, plus what the rest of the world was sending our way. So it will be a good
yeah,
season for them, I guarantee it.
yeah, yeah. Not really any weak points anymore for them. I think they still can improve on their strategy. I think they still have, they need some more different shots in their arsenal. But
Hmm.
their PPR is already so high. They just need to, make that last little jump to really break into that top three, maybe.
Hmm.
Conrad's back, of course. Conrad Rijn from Germany, our OG. He must be excited, right? One of the legends by now.
It is. I know. I love having him on the team. That guy he's such an ambassador for the sport, and he's secretly his play is getting better. People don't see it because he just stays chill. He's always got a smile on his face. So he kind of slides, under the radar a little bit. But you look
Yeah,
last year, he was over 9 PPR during a bunch of tournaments.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
he remains a formidable foe, and I hope I see him at every tournament. Honestly, I'm sad when I don't see his face, so hope to see him around.
Cool. And then we have, really cool, the father-son Europe Pro duo from Italy. The first time ever that has happened. Tommaso Sturaro and Stefano Sturaro. I mean, what a story, right? Father and son, both on the Pro Tour.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple years ago, we had our first family duo, with the Bellet sisters,
Yeah,
and now we got a father-son duo in Europe. So
yeah,
that's awesome. It's so cool. They both and they throw both very differently too.
yeah,
So it'll be
yeah,
impressive to see them throughout the season. But hopefully we see them especially Tommaso. Hopefully we see him on the season a little bit more. I know he didn't travel as much last year, but maybe now in the pro status, maybe.
yeah. I think he definitely plans to do more, and I'm also curious to see how much training he had in the off season to maybe further improve his game. But he is already at such a high level that he can really start to challenge some of the big guns there. I think as well. Talking
Hmm.
about juniors, we have another young player, new signing in Lenny Heman. He is definitely one that you are speak very highly of as one of the big up and coming players. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, so he either is 17 or 18. I think he might be out of junior now, but either way, this he is that kid has some of the best. He might have one of the smoothest throws in Europe, honestly. You'll see that he is going to travel a bunch this year, so we will see him at a bunch of different pro tournaments.
Yeah,
All exciting guy. He's him and his dad, both great people. He's also joining the Ore Mountains, so he's gonna be practicing with a much stronger club during the year, and yeah, he made it pretty far in the DCO in a variety of different tournaments. He's also teamed with AFA in a few.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a hard person to beat, especially when he's on his game. He's got a lot of skill, so
yeah.
excited to see him. A big up and comer right there. Glad we signed him.
Yeah, and some good junior players that, or like almost senior players that could have a breakout season. Lenny, of course, and then Tommaso, already a pro, but they're getting to a really high level. And there are a couple more that, yeah, I think Bende from Hungary really has the potential to make another step this season.
Mm-hmm.
We have the kid from Latvia, of course, that
Yeah.
could make a big impact. Marcel's.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Yep. The
some
Croatian as
juniors
well.
that I think, yeah. They're players that can make a big jump, and also, I mean, they are at their age, they can still improve so fast that you may not see them for a couple of months, and then next time you see them, they just beat you like crazy.
I know, and they scare me because they've got time to practice. They've got time to
Yeah,
practice, and they don't
yeah,
have they don't they're not stuck in their ways, right? Like, to be honest with you, the way I throw my bag is gonna be really hard to change the way I do it. But they're learning from YouTubes, and they're getting a chance to just mold their game right from the get-go. And so,
yeah.
yeah, they'll continue to get better. We'll see something very similar in Europe, like we saw in the United States a few years back, where we see a lot more skill from our younger folks.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if we also see some new names popping up on the tour this
Hmm.
year. Last player from the team, Katarina Belac. She is obviously looking for redemption this season as well. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I talked to her right when the season ended, and she definitely was discouraged a little bit. She knew she could play at a higher level, and there were a few games she wanted back, a few tournaments that she admittedly wants to do better. But just like we all do, right? Similar to, like, whenever we have a bad tournament, she's been working in the off season. They've been playing in the snow, playing in like farmhouses,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
I know she won a local tournament just a few weeks ago. So I expect to come see her back on the scene, playing very strong and kind of
Yeah,
proving a lot of those doubters wrong. In terms of kind of thinking maybe that there's a dip in her performance. I think it's more
yeah,
that just Europe in general has just gone up so high, and so then
yeah,
everyone has to go up, and we'll see that
yeah.
from her this year.
It's all about practice, huh? Putting in the hours, making it work. I'll never forget. I think it was Lance Armstrong of all people, and he was asked once in an interview, like, "What are you doing Christmas Day?" And he was like, "What do you think I'm doing? I'm going training." That's because that's the
Yes,
day that nobody else is training, but I will be training, so that's where I will make the difference. But that's
absolutely, absolutely,
uh,
it is. It's
in
it's
the
all
end, he
about
made the
practice.
difference. Yeah, he made the difference
Allen
also with
Allen
something else,
Iverson
but.
had it wrong. Practice
Yeah,
does matter. Practice does
yeah, it
matter.
does matter. With cornhole, practice does matter. Please make sure to
Mhm.
put it into practice for sure. Um, what is special about this Slovenia Open? I think one of the things that I wanted to mention is the player party on Friday night is always something special at the squash place. I think that's something really unique, always fun. But what else
Mhm.
makes this such a special event?
Yeah, I'll piggyback on Swashland. They just got such a great setup, right? Goran and his team, they really care about this, and they're big advocates of the sport. And so it's the best tournament to start off the year with, right? They do such a good job of setting the stage for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
But just first tournament of the year, just energy, right? Everyone wants to go to the first one, right? We've
yeah,
been off, or we've been off, even if you're doing local tournaments, you've been off of the ACL tour for a few months. And so
yeah,
everyone wants to get there. So I think we've
yeah.
got at least over 20 pros going to be at this one, if not more.
Yeah,
We've got,
more than 150
yeah,
single players.
I think the singles sign up nearly sold. I think it sold out in like 2 weeks after they opened, and they had to open up more spots
Yeah,
even.
yeah, yeah.
So
It's
it just
uh,
shows that
it's very
everyone was
popular.
excited. We had people booking flights, 4 or 5 months out for this one.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
it's incredible. But I think it's
yeah,
that energy. They want to get the season off, and ultimately, what we're seeing in the Europe scene is just a big, huge, awesome community. And
yeah,
a lot of these people in the community haven't seen each other for a few months. So I'm really excited to see a lot of these folks and my friends back.
yeah. Cool. Yeah, I remember Yaka texting me. I think 3 days after we opened the registration, it was like, you have to post right now that the hotel is already sold out because people keep trying to book the hotel, but it's already sold out. It's like, it's
Yep.
also like the perfect combination, right? You just roll straight out of bed onto the court. I mean,
Yeah. Oh man.
you won't get it more convenient anywhere else than this.
Absolutely, and they just really take care of us. They've got great food trucks. They've, like you said, you don't even have to leave the building.
Yeah,
Downtown is just a quick shot away, and some really good food just down the street. I
yeah,
remember last year or last 2 years, we've gone. A lot of people have gone over to this nice Turkish restaurant, and that's been delicious. So we're
yeah,
excited
yeah.
again. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice, nice. Quick sponsor update for everyone listening, watching before going to Slovenia. Because it's the start of the season, we have a special discount. Just this week, we have a discount code for free shipping. It will be in the description of of this recording. I believe it's free ship for you. Use that code in checkout at the Wicked Wood Games shop, and you will get free shipping across Europe. So make sure to take advantage of it.
Nice.
It will last until Saturday. So until then, you can take advantage of it. Only for people watching and listening.
All right. And Todd, if I can just add even to that, if you haven't been on that Wicked Wood website in the last few months, go take a look. I mean, you guys have we have dramatically increased the number of bags and designs that are on that website. There are so
Yeah,
many bag options. A lot of the prices have also gone down. So huge
yeah,
thanks to you and your team for trying to keep things affordable in Europe, amid tariffs and shipping costs
yeah.
of all this
I was gonna
stuff.
say that while it lasts, so make sure you get your bags now because things may change.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, so I mean, get them, and there's tons of bags already got the 2026 stamp. So go get yourself some bags. I got to do a shout out for Ultra. We got tons of great Ultra bags on the Wicked Widow website. So please get some of those. Um, and man, I also want to throw out to you, Tom. We've been using those elite boards that you guys have this off season, and
Yeah,
really good practice. Those boards come in a little faster to start off with, which
yeah,
is really good for really trying to purposely slow down your game. And then as they get a little bit more in, they kind of slide into just a different sort of a little bit slower, but still a very consistent movement for for those bags. So good set of boards,
yeah,
and definitely a much cheaper option to the pro boards too. Yet still the same
yeah.
quality. So go get yourself a
Yeah,
set.
and the good news as of next month, they will be offered customized as well. So there will be customized elite
Ooh,
boards available.
nice.
And if you're interested, make sure to reach out and preferably try to match it with the delivery of the equipment in at your ACL Europe event. So if you are living in, I don't know, Sweden, and you want those elite boards getting to you, make sure you order them around the time that we ship the equipment to Sweden, so we can save on shipping. That's
Oh,
the toughest
even
part
better.
about cornhole boards is shipping. You can imagine
Yep.
shipping 35 kilograms of boards is not something that these carriers like to do a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. But man, yeah, that's what a good option. And yeah, go get them. Go get them. Get practicing.
And we'll talk more in future recordings as well, and explain more about the different styles of bags and boards and all of that. But today we will close out with another short preview, and it will be about the Western experience. So at the same time that we have the Slovenia Open, we are also hosting the Western Experience event on Saturday and Sunday. The Western Experience is one of the largest country events in Europe. It's like a trade show slash festival. And they have all kinds of things related to American culture. So from line dancing to Native American dancing to cornhole. And of course, lots of country music. And it's really a nice show because it really allows us to show the sport to new people that are interested, which worked really well last year. So on Saturday,
Hmm.
we will be with a big group to show all these visitors, over 15,000 visitors, by the way. We will show them the sport and how it's done. And then on Sunday we play a small tournament as well. It's a local ACL event as well, Tier 4. And that will be played in front of a big crowd. So there will be actual stage will be set. And the Cornhole tournament will be one of the headliners of the festival. So the players coming there, they will be part of a big show, and they can really show off towards a big crowd that will be watching them. So
That's
it will be quite
awesome.
exciting as well.
That's
So
awesome.
I already told them, make sure to dress well, represent your club, show that you're a true professional, show off your roll shots, your air mills, and do make sure the crowd enjoys.
That's awesome. And if I recall right, I think the winners last year in that tournament, was Robert and Bruno there?
Yeah, I think Bruno won
Okay.
singles, perhaps, or
Yeah,
was it
okay.
or Robert? Either one of those. Yeah,
Okay. But
for
either
me, it was
yeah.
really it was the first time that I saw Bruno playing, and I was like, okay, yeah, this kid is something else, and he actually may have a
Mhm.
shot at becoming one of the pros because he was super steady, and he only improved his
Absolutely.
game from then.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah,
And I don't know if you clearly have spent a lot of time with Bruno, I know last year as well, but hopefully as we see him on the scene, we see the whole Baker crew. I love seeing Bruno and his whole family. They're such wonderful
yeah,
folks. So,
yeah,
but I think that's
yeah,
just a representation of, or an example of other, sort of environments you're going to see in like things like this, like the Western experience. We're going to
yeah.
see a family-friendly atmosphere, a lot of good new players, and man, I'm excited. I wish it was on a different weekend so I could go.
Me too. So then I could visit both. But unfortunately, they didn't want to postpone the whole trade show because of us. We tried, of course, but
Understandable.
but it will be
Understandable.
fun. So it will be a big weekend of cornhole. There will also be the first pro event of the
Mhm.
season that we will explain more about in our recording afterwards. So we will make sure to keep you informed of everything that's going to happen and is going to go down this weekend. And I'm sure you have some final comments, EJ.
Tana, I was looking at the time. I know we want to keep it under 30 minutes. I'm looking at 27. And so if you want, I actually had one question that I want both of us to answer, if that's
Yeah,
okay with you.
go ahead.
I want
Go
us
ahead.
on the spot to give two two bold predictions as to what's going to happen this year in the ACL Europe circuit.
Ooh.
I'll let you go first.
Oh, I need to think about this. Okay, well, maybe we go back and forth. My
All
first
right.
prediction is that Andreas Rangedal from Sweden will be a pro player next year.
Ooh, man, I like that. I like that. He did mention he is traveling a lot more this year. He's a good player. We played a few times this year, and they were all close matchups. So I could definitely see that being a reality. I'm gonna stick with the same name, the same first name. I'm gonna go with one of my club mates, Andreas Mene.
Yeah,
He just barely missed out on pro last year. I'm gonna go and say he's gonna be top 20 this year.
yeah,
Um, so I think he will make pro. Like I said with Slovenian, you're gonna see some of these players when they have the opportunity to practice against a lot of good talent. Like I
yeah,
said, you either go up or you go out. And
yeah.
he practices against people like Mark and myself and Goonie and Pernak and Burned and all these other people in the local area. So I look forward to seeing another club member join the pro ranks next year.
Nice, nice, cool. Okay, then I will not come with a prediction, but with a cliffhanger.
Oh.
I will say we are going to do something completely new, fun, exciting at the upcoming ACL Europe Open in September.
Oh, exciting. Okay. All right. Oh man. All right, you keeping us on the edge of your seats there, Ton. Not a lot of info to work off of, but and man, I feel like you're getting out of this one, but I think I'll let it go. Um, okay. I'm gonna go with another one, and I'm gonna say um at least two new countries join the pro ranks this year.
Oh,
that are not currently in the pro ranks. So whether we're talking about the UK, whether we're
yeah,
talking about Sweden, whether we're talking about Finland with Yanni,
yeah,
um, that's my ultimately. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say we have two new countries joining the pro ranks by the end of the year.
yeah. Sweden is the obvious one, right? And as long as they travel enough, either maybe
Mm-hmm.
Andreas or Linda, and they have Thomas Heller. They have plenty of good players that could have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, Lithuania already has a pro player. Latvia as well. Austria
Mm-hmm.
does not have a pro player yet.
Austria, no, neither does Hungary.
Maybe Johannes
And so,
Vorderleitner could be one of those
mhm.
guys.
So yeah, but I think
Italy
we'll just
has
see.
one already.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So yeah, just gives
UK.
us
Yeah,
something to think about, see what else. But
yeah,
I do
definitely.
anticipate seeing a little bit more traveling this year from some
Yeah,
of the folks who we didn't see as much last year. So excited to
yeah,
see them on
yeah,
the
for sure.
circuit.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So with that, we conclude the first edition of this meeting, this get together. We promise we get back to you after the Slovenia Open to recap what has happened there, and make sure to follow the Wicked Wood socials, but also EJ's socials to stay up to date about the ACL Europe Open. There will also be a lot of live streaming going on both in Slovenia and at the Western Experience. So for the people staying at home, also plenty to watch. And I
Hmm.
hope everyone has a great weekend of Cornhole coming up. And
Absolutely.
thank you,
Appreciate having me
EJ,
on, Ty.
for taking the time.
Hey, likewise, man. Appreciate it. Glad to be part of the team.
All right, awesome, man. Hey, we'll see you. We'll see everyone soon.
All right.